Welcome everybody to the Scramble, where we take recommended doses of everything great about the world of gaming, mix it up, serve it to you in one hot, fresh, and tasty show. My name is Samantha, and I'll be your host for the Scramble. Alas, as rough as 2020 has been, we've finally reached the end. But there's no better time to dial the clock back and take a look at the state of gaming in 2020 in our year-end review special. We'll have pro game streamer GLOCO talk to us through that trip down memory lane and see how the gaming world has progressed through the time of lockdown. And after we talked about the highlights of the year, let's revisit some of them with the ROG Zephyrus Duo in hands-on. We saw it demoed by Matheos before, and I was definitely wowed by it, so I just had to have it over so I can take you through the best of 2020 PC titles. After that, GLOCO and I will be joined by TriNhil, and we'll be sitting down and getting to know more about our group, Pinoy's Realm Gaming. And lastly, we're going to test our guests' gaming tastes with even more weird titles and player name. All that and more on this episode of The Scramble. So 2020 has been absolutely crazy for the entire world, to put it lightly. Being on house lockdown definitely made us change how we approach gaming as a whole. I mean, that's an understatement, right? From global gaming events that have been canceled and simply going all digital, adapting to the times, I might add. You know, it's very interesting how President-elect of the USA, Joe Biden, is actually taking his campaign to Animal Crossing, and oh my goodness, my crush, the US Senator Alexandria Cortez, more popularly known as AOC, has streamed Among Us. Can you believe it? She's sus. The entire paradigm has shifted, probably permanently. So now we're gonna look back 2020 hindsight, pun intended, and talk about how we got to this particular save point. So here with us today to help us stroll along the memory lane is none other than a gaming angler right here in the Philippines. We got GLOCO.
Hey guys, what's up? Yo, what's up? Hey.
Oh, what up,
Angler
y'all?
gaming weeb here. What up?
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us,
having
GLOCO.
me.
It's such a pleasure,
My pleasure.
indeed. All right, GLOCO. So we're tackling the headlines in no particular order. As a matter of fact, we're gonna jump from one save point to another. It's just been a simultaneously an odd year in totality,
Yeah.
I might say. Like, it felt long, but at the same time, it felt so short with the global pandemic and all. And you know what? We really want to celebrate the highs and contemplate on the lows. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
I can't take 2020 anymore.
It's almost over. We're right there. We're right at the edge. We got this.
Anyway, let's talk about next gen gaming consoles. So we got the PS5, and also we had the Xbox Series XS. So it's slowly gracing everyone's Christmas trees, and we also have the launch of the games that show off their next gen powers. So you've seen the reviews, and it's actually out in the market already for both consoles and games. How exactly do you feel about that happening all in one quarter of the year, by the way, I might add?
Okay, so when it comes to like next gen consoles, I'm more knowledgeable when it comes to the PlayStation. I'm a PS fanboy, like through and through, ever since I was a kid. And I'm happy to say that I already have my hands on a PS5.
I'm jealous now.
yeah.
No, you don't.
I can definitely tease this right now.
Oh, no. Santa, where are you?
So yeah, I gotta say, being as someone who has gotten their hands and played the PS5, it is insane. I'm not talking about just like graphics. I'm talking about like performance. It's as fast as people it's as fast as people have heard it. The ray tracing is amazing. The games actually look really good. For the PS5, like what you see in the trailers is what you get.
No.
Finally, yeah, that's how it is. That's how it looks like right now. So I think a lot of people will, if you read any articles or see like the gameplay or review of other people, you'll see that they'd say the same. The only thing missing now is games.
That is true. That is true. But you know what's really interesting as well is that it's sold like pancakes all throughout that planet.
Did you see the time window all the stores were giving people?
Yes, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, exactly. There's only a 5-minute window for you to pre-order a PS5 for the launch date.
Oh man, I know.
Dude, my internet can't even load stuff.
Well, you're one of the lucky few to get your hands on it finally.
Thankfully.
Which particular games have you enjoyed playing on your PS5 so far?
So far, I've only played Demon's Souls. It's a remake of like it's pretty much the OG Dark Souls. If you guys are familiar with the Souls games, so it's basically a game made for giving or sending misery to every player out there. But it's one of the most satisfying games actually to like play, because it really, it trains your skills. It was pretty amazing. Demon's Souls looks absolutely beautiful on the PS5.
It actually felt like a very good send-off for the PS4 generation to go on a proper goodbye as well. And it's so interesting that you can play your PS4 games back into your PS5 as well. And we had an amazing feedback of Ghost of Tsushima. What's really interesting is it's wowing everyone, not just with the graphics and the art style, but what's interesting is the deep gameplay. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, he was telling me about the waypoint, which is very interesting. Not the very popular thing that your waypoint is actually driven by wind. So instead of having an actual physical like dots on the ground or some gems in the ground, cutesy patootsy stuff, it's actually the wind. And that's genius in itself, because who would have thought?
It sounds so Disney, and I love it. I love it. I love, to be honest, I've discussed this in a previous video of mine where I discuss what my game of the year is. And honestly, most of my points are going to Ghost of Tsushima. People had this expectation on Ghost of Tsushima from the gameplay, the trailer, and everything. They had this, for example, Last of Us Part 2, we had this expectation, right?
Yeah.
But what we got was all right, okay. But Ghost of Tsushima, everyone had this amount of expectation. But what we got was, whoa, okay, slow down. Sucker punch.
It was an overdrive.
Yeah, it's such a good game. It's just so feel good. It had pretty much everything what a gamer would want, especially if you're just trying out or even if you're just a new gamer. It had the elements of a get good game, like a Dark Souls game. It also had the element of a lush open world game like Breath of the Wild. It also had the same type of exploration and side questy type of random encounters of Red Dead Redemption 2. It just had pretty much everything you'd love on a video game. And what you mentioned, the waypoints and everything, that's what the developers wanted. They wanted a more immersive style of gameplay where they utilize nature. Secrets are guided by a little cute fox you have to follow. If you have a waypoint, follow the wind, Jin Sakai, and all that. And man, dude, the environment is just so good. For example, if you guys are familiar with what we call this, Death Stranding. Death Stranding had a super wide open area. Yeah. And yet it lacked, the fauna and because it's a dystopia. But the environment of Ghost of Tsushima is the absolute opposite. It's just so picturesque, Instagrammable stuff, which they did justice with the camera mode, the photo mode. Photo mode is so good. So I have a whole folder of me just
Oh man, I gotta see that collection.
All of my super cool shots. But
Nice,
I think they're cool,
nice.
but I don't know.
You should just share them anyway.
Yeah.
I should check that out later on. So we were talking about Last of Us Part 2. So I know that it didn't meet up to a lot of people's expectations, but can I just say, I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but I'm heartbroken, man. Like, I cannot come back from that heart-wrenching moment. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. But just to clarify to everyone, when I said like our expectations of The Last of Us were like here, and then it went
very high.
I mean, sorry, right, very high, and then went down. I'm talking about like the story aspect, because The Last of Us 2, it's not just the gameplay I was after. It was like 90% of my love for The Last of Us was on the storyline, the story and the characters.
I absolutely agree.
And the world, the world building. Because the gameplay, you see it's pretty much the same type of thing you see in other games, but it was the story that really connected me with the first one. People like are saying right now, like, no, The Last of Us 2 did not happen. Nope, it's not canon. People are in denial right now with what happened, and I can totally understand.
Aside from Last of Us 2 and aside from Ghost of Tsushima, we also have Miles Morales for Spider-Man. So tell me more about how you felt about the gameplay. And did you play this on your PS5 as well?
I played it on the PS4, and it still looked absolutely beautiful in the PS4, by the way. It's so smooth. So the PS4 did a good job with that. Now, however, like Miles Morales is more of like, I don't know, it felt more like a DLC, because the story itself is just so short. You can finish the story in like 5 hours.
I heard.
It's so quick. It's so fast. But I think it's pretty good, because we're dwelling with Miles Morales that's been trained by Peter Parker. So this is more of like introducing Miles Morales and his struggles in
as the prodigy,
as the new kid in the hood.
Yeah.
Or, not really the new kid in the hood, but more of like the new superhero in the hood.
All right, so aside from your PS5 games, we also have League of Legends. So I know you're a huge fan, and I know what you're wearing. Thank you very much for educating me. The Teemo hat. Yeah. Yep. All right, can you tell me more about this? Like, I know for a fact that first we got news that they partnered up with Spotify for their official Worlds playlist. Then,
really?
Interestingly enough, yes, really, I was surprised myself. Then we saw the debut of the new KDA content, and then with their EP and music videos, and then they had a debut with Seraphim with the KDA collab, while simultaneously launching League of Legends Wild Rift. That is a lot happening all in one go. So how exactly do you feel about Riot Games taking it to that direction?
I'm a huge fan of the character. I'm a huge fan of Teemo. And right now, League of Legends Wild Rift doesn't even have Teemo yet. So that's why I'm kind of staying away from it right now. And that's why I'm not really that updated with whatever they're doing. Especially with KDA content, I'm not really interested in like the K-pop thingy and their playlists and all that. I'm more into like their games. Like for example, Legends of Runeterra. They did a pretty good job with that one. I really enjoyed that card game. I'm not a card game person, but the way they made it, it was so anime in a way. It was kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics with a bit of more of like a Yu-Gi-Oh mechanic, but League of Legends story was incorporated to it. So I really enjoyed that one. League of Legends PC, I played it for a super good amount of time. It was pretty much my main game for during my first year as a YouTuber. And that's why I incorporated this character, the Teemo hat, with my persona. Because Teemo is, it's more of like, people hate him just as much as people love him. Okay. So I kind of wanted to be like that kind of person. Like, it's either you hate me or you love me.
I can get it now. You have been expressing how you really love your dark games as well. But since we mentioned you love anime, and you know, it's a huge topic this year, Genshin Impact definitely made 2020 worth staying in. I mean, absolutely. It's consistently all the right moves for MiHoYo, and they've done such a good job both with Google Play and as well as Apple, and they happen to be the best game of the year. And what do you think about this? Is this well-deserved, or do you think it should have gone elsewhere to another awardee? How do you feel about that?
I mean, if best game of the year, probably not. I'd give them the best mobile game of the year. Yeah, sure, they could have that. But best absolute game of the year, I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty good, by the way. Genshin Impact is pretty good. As a game itself, the story, the production value, the voice actress, the voicing and everything, the details, the animations, it's pretty good. Like, it's actually something you would not expect out of a free game. It's free, by the way, guys. It's free. And they pretty much did everything right, in a way. There's cross-platform. You can use your account from this console and then put it there, as long as it's in the same server. You can play with your friends, and it's PvE, by the way. It's not PvP. There's no PvP aspect, so you can play it at your own pace without worrying about competitiveness, unless you're really, really salty. Okay. And the story aspect itself is just so good, and take note, it's still expanding at this point, so there's more. So it's MiHoYo is more of like the gift that keeps on giving. Just like the system that they incorporated, the gacha system, they are just giving us surprises every single time. Yep, but I wouldn't know about that. I wouldn't know about that though. The gacha system is still gacha. A huge amount of luck is involved in that. True. So that's one thing that people don't like, the gacha system. But again, it's a gacha game. You're not forced, by the way, you are not forced to roll. You're not forced to pay money to MiHoYo to get your favorite waifu or husband. That's on you. So you've also mentioned before in the conversation before shooting that you've recently upgraded to the NVIDIA RTX 3080. Now, I'm sure you're very excited. You're stoked about it, right? I am. Okay, there's been a lot of talk in the tech world lately because in this next gen of GPUs, ray tracing is now the standard across the board, with ADM introducing it in their Radeon 6000 series. And the PS5 and the Xbox having it by default. Since you're making that jump, what are you looking forward to the most in this new gen of hardware? As long as the game runs smoothly, I'm down for that. I don't really care much about like ray tracing and all that. It does improve your immersion. I've seen what ray tracing can do. Especially with the water, with the lighting, it's amazing. And the shadows super amazing. Too. Yeah, so if you're a person who values immersion a lot when it comes to video games, then yeah, definitely get a video card with ray tracing or get a PS5 console. All right, and speaking of ray tracing, we've seen it employed in almost all of the big releases for PC this year. So sure, it's not present in some titles like Doom Eternal and Resident Evil 3 Remake, but titles like Watch Dogs Legion and COD Black Ops Cold War. It's not the main ingredient for the game to be successful in 2020, but it's certainly in that recipe. And with that said, it's a huge, huge part of Cyberpunk 2077. So it's actually releasing on the day that we're doing this episode. So by the way, reminder, dear Scrambler viewers, this is a pre-recorded show. But like it's Scramblers. All our Scramblers out there. Cyberpunk 2077 is either going to be a big finale for 2020 gaming, or it could be a little poof that just made us wait too long. So what's your thought on it, GLOCO? And will you be picking it up the day of the release? Like, I'm crazy about it. Like, the mere fact that Keanu Reeves was so hands-on with this game. So good job. Because here's the thing though, like as amazing as how the developers have marketed Cyberpunk all these years with all the delays and all that, with how they marketed it as super big with a lot of expansion going on in the near future, I'm not into like the Cyberpunk thing. I'm more of a steampunk guy when it comes to games.
Respect.
Yeah. But
Keanu Reeves.
But joking aside, though,
make it rain for Keanu. Why don't you?
I'm kind of concerned though, because they've been delaying this game for quite some time now.
True.
And the delays between the release dates, it's not that long. It's like a month before.
Push back by month and back into a month and then into another month. And I have to admit, GLOCO, it actually made me very anxious.
Yeah, I was very concerned with what's been happening in the development side, because I remember, I'm not sure what game that was, but I remember there was a game where it was super hyped up and it got delayed for like a month. And then people were so angry about it, like, why? We've been waiting for so long. And then the developers were like, okay, fine, here's the game. And then the people were so disappointed that the game was riddled with bugs and all that. So I'm really concerned with Cyberpunk here. I don't mind if they delay it again for another month or two, as long as they release it, as perfectly as possible. Because I agree. A lot of journalists already mentioned, like, there are still some game-breaking bugs in Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm really concerned about that, because we hate patches. We got the game and then we have to wait for the patch to update itself. It kind of ruins your momentum when playing. So so I'm really concerned here. Again, like as a consumer of video games, like, too bad it's gonna get delayed, but at least we'll get a more better version than what we were supposed to get.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, with Cyberpunk 2077, I know a lot of people are anxious, but I do agree with you. Until the developers feel that they're ready, then that's the only time that they should release, and not listen to the pressure just because people are anxious already. So that's it for our 2020 gaming recap with GLOCO. We'll be taking a quick break, but please do stick around, because in our next little segment, I'm doing a little recap of the year myself with the ROG Zephyrus Duo in hands-on. So keep it tuned right here on The Scramble. Welcome back to The Scramble, and we're going on straight to our next segment, Hands-On, where we check out the latest cutting-edge tech that the gaming world has to offer. And if some of you remember, we actually had Matthias in episode 2 to demo his personal gaming and content creation powerhouse, the ROG Zephyrus Duo. So now, I was very impressed with it, and who would it be? Well, it's a dual screen laptop with all the bells and whistles. And since we're doing a year-end review, I asked ASUS if I can borrow a Zephyrus Duo for myself and load it up with some of the 2020 games and go ham with it. It's actually one of the heaviest games by far, by the way. And you know what? They agreed. And as some of you have noticed, I've already been using it from the start of the show. So here it is, the ROG Zephyrus Duo in the flesh. It's massive, it's got a dual screens, and it's got more than enough horsepower under the hood to play the massive games of 2020. So let's get to gaming, shall we? First up, let's raise the bar by quite a bit. We just got our hands on this game, COD Black Ops Cold War. I'm ready to get my COD on, and I bet it's going to be really smooth because of the Core i9 10th generation RTX 2080 Super and 300 Hz screen on this baby. So let's get gaming, shall we? Ooh, look at him playing darts. Let's see how accurate this looks. Oh, pretty solid. Oh, yeah, she likes to party. Oh, nice flirty.
We're on the clock.
Ooh, this is so smooth as you turn into each corner. Oh man. All right, hold on. So, which gun are we gonna go for? I like it big, real big. All right, let's go. Let's get some action in this.
Dipshit probably thinks he's safe.
Ooh, stop cussing, mister.
Trash is a lot of things.
Oh, look at that ray tracing over there. Ooh,
It's just up ahead.
divine. Even the shadows on the gun, that's pretty crazy. I'm nervous. Like, this is actually getting me nervous. Legit. Oh my goodness. The hustle is real. Let's go. Oh no. Shall we? Shall we? Kill! Die! Die! Run! Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, nasty. Oh, hostile, hostile. Oh! Come on. Ah! So even though it looks extremely busy with all of the effects that you're throwing in here, it looks extremely smooth on the Zephyrus Duo. Let's go up. Okay, let's, oh, no, you did not. So here, takedown system. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, headshot, love it. Let's go, let's go. Hey, come on, come on. Headshot. Hey, mister. Hey, hey. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So even though it's getting extremely busy, so much appreciation for how smooth this is running on the Zephyrus. Oh, it's divine. Hide, 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 hide. Let my partners do the job. Come on, guys, work with me. Ah! Hide, 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 hide. This is what I'm wishing for when Santa comes by. Oh, I've been a good girl this year, Santa. Come on, coming over. Shift, run. There we go. Okay, let's go. Oh.
Go, go!
Run, 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 run. Oops. Come on. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on. This is crazy. Did you see the slow-mo on that? Oh!
You're up, Mason. Cassine wants
Okay.
to tell you something.
Talk. Ooh.
Wait.
I can see his pores. Where Arash? Okay, let's do this.
I just handle the money. I have no idea where Arashi is.
Ah, you don't lie to me, mister. Oh! My partner, Savage. Good cop, bad cop.
Wait.
It's your turn,
This is
mister.
Turkey. He's meeting someone in Trap Zone airfield tomorrow night.
Ooh, more details. Come on.
I swear I don't know.
Uh-huh.
They only communicate with coded messages.
It's amazing. I can even see hair follicles on this. Crazy.
There you go. Thank you.
You gonna finish this, Mason?
Yeah, ray tracing is so good. Oh, watch this.
I gave you what you asked.
Please, bye. Oh, that felt so good.
No loose ends.
So that was a test drive for COD Black Ops Cold War, and I was obviously very impressed playing it on the Zephyrus Duo. And since this is a do-all laptop, let's bring out the big guns. Just downloading 108 gigabytes of this game takes a toll on most hardware. Now, it has to run it at near max settings as well. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and it's the heaviest game that we have. Let's see how the Zephyrus Duo handles it. Okay, so I'm gonna put the Microsoft Flight Simulator to the test, and whoa, here we go. So take a look at the detail of the trees. I mean, that's pretty fab. It's like Ultra HD. Woo. Let's take a look at the cockpit as well. Ah, that is beautiful. So what I heard is that this is as accurate as you can get. The reason why it is a flight simulator is because it's exactly how our pilots will practice flying. So if you have any plans of turning to that kind of profession in the future, in the very near future, this is it for you. I mean, just the cockpit in itself is already a sight to behold. And look at the text here as well. It's really clear, really readable. Turn handle to open. I feel like I'm actually seated right in front of this. pretty amazing. And let's head on over to our destination. I'm headed to Osaka. So for those of you who enjoy your flights, this is exactly what it really looks like up in the sky. I mean, look at that grid work. This is so astonishing. So much detail. So if you guys aren't impressed enough, the amazing thing about this game is that it renders the whole world. And I'm not just talking about a made-up world. It's the actual details of our world. I mean, how? It's that huge of a game, and that map is, well, I'm speechless. Taking over the world, baby. Therefore, I conclude that this is a very impressive laptop because handling this kind of load isn't for your ordinary laptop. I mean, obviously, this Zephyrus Duo is what you need if you want to really stick to a flight simulator. So for all you future pilots, this is what you need. Now, ain't that a great stroll down the hall of 2020 gaming? We put it through some rough terrain, but the Zephyrus Duo came out scratch-free. This laptop is incredible, and it's one of the best suited in tackling any game that came out this 2020, and even, I would dare say, in the years to come. Like we said in episode 2, though, this does come at a price. It costs 249,995 pesos for this power, and if you ask me, it's super worth it. So now that we're done with my little gameplay recap of some 2020 titles, let's call back GLOCO for our guest interview. And he'll be joined by our second guest, TriNhil, and we'll be talking about their gaming/streaming group, Pinoy's Realm. So keep it locked in right here on The Scramble. Hey everybody, we're back with gamer, streamer, and content creator GLOCO for our guest interview. Now, we got to know him a little bit and his opinions on the state of gaming in 2020, but now we're gonna get to know more about his gaming streaming group in just a little bit, which is actually, as a matter of fact, right about now. So he won't be alone. We're going to be joined by his friend and bromance, I might say, TriNhil, another gamer, streamer, content creator from the Pinoy's Realm. What up, Neil?
Hello everyone. Hello.
Hey Neil,
Thank
what's
you
going
for
on?
having me here.
It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. You know what, Neil, GLOCO, before anything else, I have been dying to ask you this question. Why on earth did you name it Pinoy's Realm? I mean, originally I thought it meant Pinoy, as in Filipino, but I saw the spelling and I said, wow, that's really unique. So can you tell me about that? Bakit? Why Pinoy's Realm?
I think I'll let Neil handle this. Why? Why are we
Neil,
called
why?
Pinoy's?
I mean, it's very simple because at the times Pinoy's means like noisy, so we are just friends playing some games. Then we are all noisy and we are shouting to each other. Then we just name it Pinoy's Realm.
I love it.
That's the origin of it.
And so you guys have been together for a while now, but tell me, how many years or how many months have you been doing content together? Has it been just during this pandemic? Has it been 4 years going on? Tell me about that.
We're creating content with each other like 5 years.
5?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah,
But
I think
we've
4
been
or 5,
here. We've been here in the Pinoy's house like 4 years. I've been here in 2 years.
Wow.
But GLOCO and the others staying here at the Pinoy's house like 4 years, right? GLOCO?
Yeah, pretty much. I think 3 or 4 years now.
Yes.
So because you've been in the in-house for 2 years, so technically, would you say you're the newbie? You're the sophomore in the group?
I'm not a newbie because we still play when I was in province while I'm in college. Yes, we still play and we still create content with each other. But on the Pinoy's Realm part or Pinoy's Place, we created content like 2 years ago, or I think 1 year ago, like that. We create the channel 2 years or 1 year ago. It's a slow, slow process because we have some some business with
Nux, I love
ourselves.
it.
Like GLOCO has a brand. I have also my own brand, but we're
Making it rain, bro.
We're making time. We're making time for our group to grow.
That's excellent. As a matter of fact, that just ties into my next question, because you're talking about branding here, and I really appreciate that you guys respect each other's own branding as well. So can you tell me, if it comes to your branding, what exactly are your creation specialty? Like, for instance, I'm really good with voiceover, I'm really good with RPGs, versus I'm really good with horror games, or I'm really good with just cussing on air. What is it? Tell me. Like, what is your specialty? Do you make this content better than the rest? Let's start with Nil.
Well, my specialty for now is role-play games, especially in GTA 5.
Roleplay.
There's a application or server or application called 5M that you can talk to people, not NPC, and you just role-play the character that you want.
I'm curious, you're talking about role-playing, right? You're talking about role-playing, and you're also talking about GTA. And I've seen this when I'm watching streams as well. So I want you to role-play right now. Who is your character? Tell me who this person is.
There's the character is limitless. So you can be a police, you can be a gangster, but in my mind, I want to be unique.
Okay,
So,
what makes you unique then?
I mean, this is not very unique, but my character is gay. That
Your character
that love
is gay.
car chase, because I am a criminal on the. I'm not a criminal in real life, but I am a criminal in
Of course you're not.
the roleplay world. Okay.
That's why we call it role-playing. Yo, 911. What up?
The guy here.
So Nil, okay, so you're telling me that you're a criminal gay man in your role-playing in GTA.
Yes.
Do you have a voice for this for this persona, for this character?
Yes,
I want to hear
I
it.
can
Give me a
do
demonstration.
some sentence.
Yes, let's try it.
Normal,
Bring it.
This it's just a normal voice, but deeper, like this.
Oh.
Hello there, like that. I mean, it's my normal voice.
Okay, I want you to say this line. I'm coming for ya.
I'm coming for you.
Ooh, I like
Hello.
Awesome job, Neil. And how about you, GLOCO? Can you tell me about what your content speciality is? So GLOCO, Neil has already shared his experience. How about you? What do you specialize in? What do you truly enjoy?
Right now I'm more into like variety gaming. Mostly, I'm a console boy.
Console, amen.
Console boy ever since. However, for YouTube, like people like PC more, so I had to like dwell into the PC gaming scene. But in my heart, like story-driven games are still number one.
Nice.
So, I like playing alone.
You like playing alone?
Yeah, I like playing alone because that's something I've lost after starting YouTube. It's more of like that sentimental connection with my games, or that intimate connection with my games. Because back then we played just for the heck of it, for the fun of it. Right. You can really concentrate and immerse yourself. But like nowadays, when I play a story-driven game, I have to stream it, and then I get spoiled in the chat and all that. So like, sometimes it gets ruined in a way. There's a percentage of the immersion that gets ruined for that. But that's the price to pay.
But you're doing so well nonetheless. I mean, with 300,000 subscribers. That is quite a number that you have garnered for Pinoy's in such a short amount of time, I might say. That is bragging rights.
For Pinoy's Place, it's all good. Like, that's where my multiplayer self is really enjoying. I really love playing with Pinoy's Place peeps. And actually, it's my safe haven now for some
Aww.
reason. It's the only time I can actually enjoy playing with the lads.
Aww.
And
it's safe now, especially we're in an ECQ or we're in quarantine. I mean, stay at home, play your games, y'all.
Yep, pretty much.
It's the perfect time to do it. It's interesting because I did hear from a little birdie that you actually had to create the physical realm of Pinoys. So how did you come to decide that, you know what, it's about time that we gotta make our own realm, we gotta make our own physical house right here? How did that start?
Okay, so I think it all started with just a random thought, like, you know what, we keep playing games. You know what? Why don't we just gather around in one place and make a gaming house? I guess it was like one of the dreams of every gaming group back then.
Man,
to have your own
so true.
gaming house where you just just have LAN parties and all that. So that was the main concept of the Pinoy's realm. And if people are asking, why did you call it a realm? Well, it's just to, add the geeky side to it.
I agree.
When you talk about realm, you talk about like fantasy and all that.
True.
So that's the whole gig of why we called it a realm rather than a palace, because we don't consider ourselves as kings. We consider ourselves more as creatures.
Creatures of your own kind. You're actually very good at your content, and I thoroughly enjoy your content. I was watching one of your streams. It was hilarious when you were doing a stream about a horror game. So it was exactly the way that I saw you guys. You were personifying what Pinoy's was about. You were screaming at the top of your lungs. It was hilarious. So when you play your horror games, tell me, which horror game really scared you genuinely?
Maybe Neil can answer his first.
Yeah, let's go for Neil. Neil, what scares you?
What's the game called? GLOCO and I played that game for the Halloween special.
Nice.
Hollywood special.
It's the Emily, who wants to play with Emily.
Emily wants to play.
Emily wants to play.
Emily wants to play.
I mean, not only I'm scared in the game, they scared the heck out of me because it's dark, then they close the lights, they like in the windows, they're staring at me while I play.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. we were doing pranks at him while he was playing a horror game. So we were like shining a flashlight in our face and outside his window and all that. Scaring the heck out of him.
Oh my goodness, Neil, you must have had a blast during Halloween. You should have had a bowl of candy, Neil, and say trick or treat. I'm giving you the treats. Stop tricking me. Anyway, that's an amazing overview and getting to know you guys and Pinoy's as well. Is there any content that's your favorite from this year's stream? I mean, Neil, it seems like you are the MVP, safe to say, I would think, for this year at Pinoy's.
I don't want to say I am the MVP.
Oh, that's so humble.
We are
You're
all
sweetheart.
MVP here.
Aww.
Yes, because when we
team,
established the gaming channel,
we
work our ass every day to make content to entertain our subscribers. Because entertaining them give us motivation to create more content for them.
So
we are all MVP on the Pinoy's Place.
You are a sweetheart.
But if I was gonna get asked, like, who's the realest MVPs?
Tell me.
Probably our editors. Like,
yeah,
they work their asses off
true.
more than us. So not only do they play games with us and as integral characters in our content, they're also the ones handling pretty much everything, editing, posting, and all that. So,
right. It's actually very sweet of you to actually give recognition to the people behind the scene, and it doesn't happen often. And I think in turn to being the real MVPs, it takes a whole team to create such beautiful content that you are creating. And thank you very much for entertaining everyone in quarantine. I mean, I was thoroughly entertained just watching you scream your toots off. It was entertaining as. So that's it for our interview with GLOCO and Neil of Pinoy's Realm. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I can't thank you enough for sharing your highlights and sharing your experiences. But for the meantime, we're gonna take a short break, but stick around because in just a bit, we're gonna play or Nay. And we've got some curveballs for our guests. Guys, are you ready for it?
Heck yeah.
Yeah! Keep tuned right here on The Scramble. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Scramble. Triple A's are fun and all, but some of the more interesting games fly right under the radar. We've scoured the internet for games that may not have gotten as much mainstream attention, but we're gonna take a look at them one by one. So GLOCO, Neil, you get to say if they're hidden gems or, if it's a hard pass for you. I mean, who knows? We might be able to introduce a new game to you guys for you to stream. Are you interested?
Well,
Yes,
we'll
of
see.
course.
All right, looking forward to it. This is called Play or Nay. So, all right, let's cue the first trailer. Take a
Rusty
look.
Lake.
Oh, row your boat.
This is GLOCO's type
What
of
was his
game,
name?
man.
My dear I think I read it wrong.
I think I read it wrong too. Oh,
I don't know.
What is going
No,
on?
this is more of my
Yeah,
thing.
GLOCO's thing.
Yeah, definitely my thing.
Oh, it's the SCP, man.
Oh.
No, it's yeah, this is more my thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I like this. I actually like it. It's so dark. It's my cup of tea. What the? Whoa. So Rusty Lake Paradise is the 12th game in the Rusty Lake Escape Room game series. The story revolves around the players solving the mystery of 10 plagues that curses the island and its inhabitants after the main character's mother mysteriously dies. The player must interact with their family members around the island and partake in many ominous rituals in order to stop the plagues. All right, gentlemen, that trailer was a tad bit creepy for most of our audience, but what do you say about it? Did you enjoy it? Did it spark interest?
Well, for me, it definitely piqued my interest. It's my
Nice.
type of game. I've played similar type of games in my channel back in the day, and I am constantly looking for more indie games with that type of vibes. It has every recipe that would catch my attention. Storybook,
I like it.
esque art paired up with some nitty gritty dark premise. Yeah, that's my thing. I like it.
Cook it up. I love it. It's dark with a witch's brew. Let's do it.
Definitely.
And how about you, Neil? How did you feel about that trailer?
Oh, I feel about the trailer. It's interesting because that's the game GLOCO wants to play. But for me, it's a bit dark, but it's interesting to play. I want to see the storyline on how about the 10 plagues.
Yeah,
and
the
how
10 plagues.
will they solve it?
Ooh, I actually, that's a good point. I am interested now as well how they're going to solve plagues in the first place. So anyway, gentlemen, now that I got your synopsis, now that I got your reactions with the trailer, is it a play or is it a nay?
It's a play for me. Definitely a play. 100%.
Woot woot! And how
When
about
is it
you,
coming
Neil?
out?
It's a play also for me. I want to try
Nice.
new games.
Nice, solid. So I hope to see you guys streaming this game very, very soon. Wink, wink. Awkward wink.
For sure.
All right, guys. So now that we've finished up our first trailer, let's move on to the next one. Ooh, what was that? Oh my
Hey,
goodness,
dude,
it's a
it's Neil.
caveman.
What?
It's Jim Boy.
It's Jim Boy.
Oh, he's a pogo. Oh.
It's like getting over it, but
yeah. With pogo sticks.
This kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of Loco Roco.
Doink, doink. Hey, we can play multiplayer.
it's a multiplayer.
Oh
that's
my
nice.
goodness.
Okay. So if you fall, you can fall down all the way back. Okay.
Alright guys, so Pogo Stuck Rage with Your Friends is a short and sweet yet very challenging game about climbing a mountain on a pogo stick, tilt the character, jump using momentum, and you got 360 power boosts to reach unimaginable heights. So guys, it looks like a very friendly game, but it's kind of misleading, isn't it? Rage with your friends?
Rage with your friends.
How do you feel about that after seeing that trailer?
Looks like a Pinoy's looks like a Pinoy's Place game, It's like something we'd play.
And how about you, Neil? How do you feel about that trailer?
I mean, if you can block your friend, that would be more fun to play.
True,
Which is kind of vague at the moment, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll give it a taste. Oh, so it leads me to the question. Is it a play or is it going to be a nay for you guys?
3, 2, 1. It's a play.
Play.
What?
No, it's more of like the trailer was pretty vague. It showed the gameplay, but you know what? Right off the bat,
I hope there will
could
be
a play, could
more.
I'm willing to give it a shot. Yeah, I want to see
more
more.
game mode like that.
Okay,
Like
cool.
what Neil said. Like there has to be some kind of competitive aspect. A way to sabotage your co-players. You know,
sabotage.
a way to ruin their day.
Ooh, I like the nasty competitive side coming out. I love it. Looking forward to seeing more of that. Anyway, gentlemen, let's move on to the next game. Here it is. Watch this. Oh. I like this. What the?
Wait.
I've seen this.
Oh!
We were supposed to play this.
Really?
We were.
What is going on?
Wait, it's a 2-player game or?
I think it's a multiplayer. Ooh. Yeah, there's the sabotage we've been looking for.
Yeah, it's a play for me. Oh wait.
Boing.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yep, it's a multiplayer game.
It is a penis type, content.
Yeah, it's been out for quite some time.
2017.
Yeah.
Super Bunny Man is a co-op physics-based platformer where you use rolling, you gotta jump, and grabbing to overcome challenges, beat levels, time attacks, find hidden carrots, all while evading spikes, boulders, pitfalls, and other challenges as well, aside from the person right next to you. So, gentlemen, how did you find the trailer? Is it something that I might see on your stream very soon?
We're gonna talk about it. I mean, like, Neil would agree. It's Pinoy's type. It's a Pinoy's type game. Sabotage. It has everything.
Awesome. And how about you, Neil?
I mean, same as GLOCO said.
Yeah, just second the motion, yo.
Yeah.
Very well said. So is it a play or is it a nay for you guys?
Play.
It's a
Yeah.
A
No
play.
nay.
If
Yeah.
only we have time, we'll definitely play it.
I'm sure you're gonna find a way. After all, they got
Hopefully.
funny positions. Wink, wink again. Anyway, gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for the time and the effort to be on this show. I mean, we're all very busy. I know you guys are really busy with your streaming, but again, thank you so much for joining us here in the Scramble. How can your fans support you? I am obviously a fan already. I am following you on Facebook. It's Pinoy's Realm, spelled out as P-E-E-N-O-I-S-E, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Pinoy's. So how can we support you, gentlemen?
Okay, so you guys can find me in GLOCO Gaming YouTube channel, where I post like variety stuff, and of course our Pinoy's Plays channel if you guys want more of the multiplayer chaotic Pinoy style gameplay. And we have a new podcast channel called Pinoy's Podcast.
Yes.
So by the
Looking
time you guys
forward.
you're watching this, it's probably up.
Nice.
So, we have highlights as well. So there you go. That's where you can find me and our buddies.
Awesome sauce. And how about you, Neil? How can we support you?
I'm streaming on my Facebook page, fb.gg/TriNhil. I always stream there like 5 to 12 hours. Then you can also check my stream highlights on my YouTube channel, which is also TriNhil. It spells TriNhil.
Anyway, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining the show. That's it for the Scramble. Thank you again, GLOCO and Neil of Pinoy's Realm. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much for having
Thank you so
us.
much.